Blue Ivy Carter is more than a name. She's a living embodiment of legacy, of what it means to inherit greatness and still carve your own path. As the daughter of two of the most iconic figures in modern music, Beyoncé and Jay-Z, she entered the world with headlines and history already swirling around her. Born on January 7, 2012, in New York City, Blue Ivy became an instant household name. But over the years, she's shown the world that she's not just here to follow footsteps, she's here to leave her own. From the moment she was born, Blue Ivy represented the intersection of culture, celebrity, and generational evolution. Her father immortalized her first cries in the track, Glory, featuring her as the youngest person ever credited on a Billboard charting song. That might seem like a one-off moment of parental pride, but it became the first note in a symphony that Blue Ivy would begin to compose with her own creativity and voice. As she grew, the world watched, sometimes too closely, as she accompanied her parents to events, award shows, and public appearances. But amid the cameras and curiosity, something remarkable happened. Blue Ivy didn't wilt under the spotlight. She adapted to it. She owned it. Even as a child, her demeanor reflected an inner confidence and calm far beyond her years. She carried herself not as a celebrity's daughter, but as someone aware of the responsibility that came with her name. Her first true moment as a cultural force in her own right came with the release of Brown Skin Girl in 2019. Featured alongside Beyoncé, Saint JHN, and Wizkid, Blue Ivy didn't just lend her vocals, she lent her presence to a movement. The track celebrated the beauty of darker skin tones and became a cultural anthem. Blue's gentle, innocent voice opened the song, setting the tone for what was to come. It was a brief moment, but it became historic. The song won several awards, including a Grammy, making Blue Ivy one of the youngest Grammy winners ever. That moment wasn't about nepotism, it was about participation in a message that mattered. But music is just one of many facets of Blue Ivy's growing identity. What makes her especially captivating is her ability to exist within the public eye while still maintaining an air of mystery. Her parents, known for fiercely guarding their privacy, have given her space to develop at her own pace. That careful balance between exposure and protection has allowed Blue Ivy to evolve gracefully. She's been given the rare opportunity to be a child, even while the world watches. Throughout Beyoncé's Renaissance World Tour, Blue Ivy took the stage alongside her mother, performing choreographed routines in front of sold-out arenas. What started as a surprise appearance quickly became a nightly expectation. Fans didn't just applaud, they roared. Not out of courtesy, but because she genuinely brought something magnetic to the performance. Her growth, her timing, her expressions, each tour stop marked a new layer of her evolution. She wasn't playing a part. She was becoming. Fashion, too, has been a medium of expression for Blue Ivy. Whether it's couture gowns at movie premieres or custom outfits for award shows, she has cultivated a personal style that blends youthful exuberance with high fashion sensibility. But more than the designers or the price tags, it's the confidence with which she wears these clothes that stands out. She's not performing fashion, she's communicating identity. Beyond public appearances, Blue Ivy's education and upbringing remain deliberately low-key, but it's evident that she's being groomed for more than fame. Her parents have instilled in her a sense of purpose. She appears in social justice-themed content. She's present at philanthropic events. She's learning not just how to be seen, but how to lead. And in a world where celebrity children often struggle to define themselves, Blue Ivy is quietly building a foundation rooted in awareness, creativity, and dignity. That dignity is perhaps her most profound asset. It's easy to forget she's just entering her teenage years, because her composure rivals that of seasoned professionals. When she sits courtside at NBA games or walks the red carpet, she isn't just another celebrity kid. She's someone who seems to understand her place in history, and the responsibility that comes with it. Blue Ivy's presence speaks volumes even when she doesn't speak at all. She doesn't flood social media. She doesn't clamor for attention. Instead, her image emerges through selective, intentional appearances, each one adding to the mythos without overexposure. In this way, she feels like a throwback to old Hollywood while simultaneously representing the future of celebrity culture. Curated, conscious, and impactful. Speculation continues to swirl around what Blue Ivy might do next. Will she become a full-time musician? A fashion mogul? A director or producer like her mother has become? Will she launch her own initiatives or step into philanthropic roles? Whatever the path, there's no question that the groundwork is being laid thoughtfully. And perhaps more importantly, the choice appears to be hers. The legacy she inherits is vast. Beyoncé and Jay-Z have built empires that span music, fashion, sports management, media production, and activism. But they've also shown their children, especially Blue Ivy, that legacy isn't about clinging to what was, it's about expanding what could be. That means Blue Ivy isn't expected to become a copy of her parents. She's expected to rise in her own way, on her own timeline. And she is. Already, the cultural discourse around Blue Ivy has shifted. No longer is she just Beyoncé's daughter. She's Blue Ivy, artist, performer, future leader. Her name, once just a symbol of birthright, now symbolizes potential realized in motion. She represents a generation that doesn't wait to be invited into the conversation. She speaks early. She moves confidently. And while she may not yet fully comprehend the magnitude of her platform, she's wielding it with a wisdom that suggests she will. In many ways, Blue Ivy is a bridge between eras, between expectations, between what was and what's coming. Her journey is also a lesson in the power of intention. Every appearance, every project, every image released is considered, not just as a brand decision, but as a cultural message. And through it all, Blue Ivy seems grounded. That grounding will serve her well as the world continues to watch. Blue Ivy's journey also offers a glimpse into the future of artistry, where collaboration begins at home, creativity is cultivated through heritage, and fame becomes a vehicle for purpose. She is part of a new generation being raised with an understanding that impact is greater than visibility. Whether she chooses a path in entertainment, activism, entrepreneurship, or an entirely new arena, she's positioned to make waves. As she grows older, we may see her writing music of her own, directing projects that reflect her unique voice, or launching campaigns for causes she believes in. Her influence is likely to extend far beyond entertainment. She's being taught that being famous isn't the end goal, making a difference is. With her early exposure to powerful networks, business strategy, and creative control, Blue Ivy has the tools to become a formidable figure not just in pop culture, but in global conversations around art, equity, and empowerment. And while she continues to build, brick by brick, the world will watch, not because we expect her to become something, but because she already is. Blue Ivy is the prototype of a new kind of legacy, one not defined by pressure, but by possibility. For now, we are witnessing the early pages of a story still being written. The protagonist is still discovering her voice, still choosing her direction. But already, the tone is set. It's one of grace, presence, and quiet power. If you've ever seen brilliance in the making, if you believe that leadership starts with presence, if you know that the next generation doesn't wait, they act, then don't let this tribute end here. Like this to honor potential with purpose. Share with someone who sees the future in today's youth. Subscribe to About Celebrities for more stories that inspire and elevate. Until next time, walk with intention, lead with light, and remember, some children are born famous. Blue Ivy Carter was born iconic, and she's just getting started.